if you look at all the games we've played, all the chances we've created, you can tell that if we had somebody there in the box who could just tap it in, most of them would be converted into goals, and we wouldn't be so far off from Liverpool than we are now. Because most of the draws we have had this season, it's mainly because we haven't had a striker.
Watch Transit TV right now.
I'm Tochku Michael. Keep watching Transit TV.
Transit TV back to the studio, back again. Of course, it's that time of the season is about to end. Rumors flying left and right and center about players, possible players going to teams. Well, this is a new show on the channel to look at the insights to compelling rumors, or what I would say deals that are almost done or confirmed about different clubs. But this time around, I'm going to start with Arsenal. The rumors have been strong the last couple of days about Viktor Gyökeres and Zubimendi, or I would say already got over the line for Arsenal. Gyökeres since today. We heard from David Austin, John Cross of Daily Mirror, there are Fabrizio Romano as well, that Sporting are willing to listen to offer for Gyökeres in the region of 60 million euros, which is very affordable for teams like Arsenal. And Andre Beta, the new sporting director for Arsenal, has keen interest on Viktor Gyökeres. So those two deals look like they are imminent for Arsenal. We're going to look at those two players. And the big question is, what does this mean for Arsenal? It's no longer news that this team needs a striker. It needs to sign players up front. But looking at these two players, it's not just bringing in players, but let's try to, download what these two players are going to bring that Arsenal doesn't have already, or how they're going to improve the team. And with me today, I have my man, as usual, Ugum, on show, and we have Arnold as well, a young Arsenal fan, to give us insight on this one today. Guys, you are welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Thanks, Rudy. Nice to be here, and glad to have my man Arnold with us this evening.
Thank you for having me.
Arnold, are you there? Have you on the show.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
Yeah, Ugum, so like I said, Gyökeres 60 million. About the rumor is that his salary is going to be about 200,000 a week for Arsenal. For about 100 appearances for Sporting, he's got about 95 goals. This is already at 38 goals, and I think 6 assists. For me, I think it's going to be a good signing for Arsenal if they can get one over the line. I don't know what exactly do you think he's going to bring in for Arsenal that they don't have already?
Yeah, well, I think that the way the Arsenal team is set up now, it's about winning. Yeah, I had read somewhere that Andre Beta, the new technical director for Arsenal, he's been given the mandate to go for the kill, go win now. Yeah, as opposed to buy potential and teams and players to be developed. Now it's all about buying players that will deliver once they walk into the door. So that's where I think that someone like Gyökeres has done enough work to show that he can come in and make a difference from day one. That's where he may differ from someone like Benjamin Sesko, who's another person that Arsenal was looking at. As far as we know, it's not a secret that Arsenal have been looking at 3 main strikers: Benjamin Sesko, Alexander Isak, and Viktor Gyökeres. So out of these 3, we consider the most certain would be Alexander Isak, because he's been playing in the Premiership and delivering week in, week out. Next would be Viktor Gyökeres, because he's played in England in the past, and the kind of numbers he's delivering. You cannot deliver those kind of numbers in one country and go to another country and
be a flop.
not be able to and be a flop. It's almost you could say it's almost impossible. So, but then the Arsenal team has developed such a way that they are ready, really, with any striker that can put the ball in the net, that can score 1 out of 3, 4 chances, will be successful with this Arsenal side, right? I don't think there's a downside to them buying any of these 3 guys. Even the lot that plays for Ipswich, these kind of players at this point, with the way Arsenal team plays, they will create chances for you. All you need to do is just be there, get in that box, and score goals. So yeah, as far as what he will bring to the table, bring to the team, I would say great positional sense. He knows his way around the 18-yard box. It's clear. Very good physicality, very good pace in terms of the pressure that he put on the defense. He works extremely hard from what we've seen. Uses both feet very well to score. I've seen him score from all angles, from the left and from the right. So he's a player that I believe will step in from day one and start to deliver. Having said that, we are not certain yet, like you said. It's still a rumor, a strong rumor at that. And so just for people not to, assume or presume or assume that we are saying that he's coming to Arsenal. Though nobody knows that yet now. It's just speculation. But yes, if he signs, I believe he will be successful.
Yeah, good one there, Val. As you're talking, I was just looking at my notes there. Media, yeah, it's almost like you and I are thinking from looking at from the same book. Guys, before I bring Arnold into this one, please don't forget, get conversation on this. I want to hear your opinion. Don't forget to subscribe if you are not done so. Hit the like button, and please, we really need you to like these videos and comment in the comment section and help us to build this channel. We really need your subscription. A lot of you guys are watching the program, but probably you forget to subscribe. Please go ahead and subscribe and like and share. I know you heard what Ubuntu mentioned right there, and I saw you nodding your head. Are you excited with the news that Arsenal probably will be having Gyökeres in their ranks next season? And why so?
Yes, I'd also agree with him, because if you look at all the games we've played, all the chances we've created, you can tell that if we had somebody there in the box who could just tap it in, most of them would be converted into goals, and we wouldn't be so far off from Liverpool than we are now. Because most of the draws we have had this season, it's mainly because we haven't had a striker to tap the ball into the net. Even against Liverpool on the weekend, there were chances that we made where if somebody was there, we would have been able to at least convert one of those chances into a goal. So it's very obvious that we've needed a striker since the beginning of the season. Even last season, we needed a striker, but it wasn't as evident because we scored like 90-something goals last season. So it wasn't like something we needed to really focus on. Last summer, we focused mainly on defensive stability and and just having people in our team so that we have substitutes to come off the bench if we need to. The only reason why we've been having issues up front this season was, one, we didn't have a striker, and then two, we've had a lot of injuries to our attacking fronts. We've heavily missed Havertz as well. Trossard and Martinelli have been shaky this season. They've contributed, but they haven't contributed enough. And then we've just had a lot of injuries, even with Gabriel, just injuries everywhere across the pitch. So yeah, that's mainly it. But Gyökeres will definitely bring a lot of goals to us. We saw this, like, if you look at his goals for Sporting, he's been there for 2 years. He's had 100 appearances for them, and they scored like 92 goals. So if we bring someone in like that, we'll definitely have a lot of goals coming for us.
Yeah, I perfectly agree with you guys. What I want to add again is, because like you mentioned, he has space, he has power. He's going to, if you watch the PSG game, one of the reasons why Arsenal suffered in that game, there was nobody to stretch the defense. And the reason why teams find it easy to double mark Saka, sometimes even 3 players go Saka, because they don't have anybody to worry about in the center of their defense. So if you have someone like Gyökeres who's going to stay in that space, obviously it's going to distract defenders from our wingers and probably help them to, to produce more than what we saw this season. So yeah, I think Gyökeres, and again, one of the reasons why I'm very confident, I want, Oguma, I know you and I had this conversation a few weeks, and you couldn't really say who you want, but I said I would want Gyökeres because of his age. He's 27. This is the prime of his career. He has learned all he needs to learn. He's either hitting his prime now or even in his prime already. So, and like you mentioned, Arsenal wants to win now. So there's no way at his peak of his powers with what he's doing for Sporting that he's not going to be able to deliver for. As a matter of fact, we saw what he did against City this season, and even against Arsenal. We saw, it was a handful for Gabriel and Saliba. So I don't have any doubt that he's going to deliver for Arsenal. And yeah, I just pray that this goes through and Arsenal will have this option. And obviously, like you guys have mentioned, he has it all. The numbers speak for it. Like I cannot just mention 95 goals in 100 appearances. He can't go wrong with that. 38 goals in this season, 6 goals, 6 assists, 44 goals GA in the league for a team. I don't know how else. Even if he does bad, he comes and becomes a fullback, scores 20 goals. If Arsenal had 20 more goals in our ranks this season, I'm sure we would have been close to, winning the league or even winning the PSG in the Champions League. So yeah, like you mentioned, that Sheshko has potential. If you sign Sheshko now, it's going to be at least 60% of it's going to be based on potential, and Arsenal wants to win now. He can still come next season and he just delivers, but it's going to be more on potentials. As on the inside, Newcastle are not broke. In terms of the PSR, they don't have a lot of money, but they're not under pressure to sell, and they are most likely going to make it the Champions League, most likely. And if they do, they're not going to want to sell him. And if he wants to go, it's going to be a lot of money. I don't know if Arsenal is going to be able to pay 140 or 150 million for Landa Isak. So most likely the most realistic one to sign there will be Sheshko, and I believe he's going to be successful one for Arsenal. Another player will be Zubimendi. To be honest, I have not really. I know he's a player he likes so much. I've not really. I'm not saying he's a bad player for me, but I don't know what is special about him. For people like me who have not taken our time to look at Zubimendi, I know he's a player you have watched very well. I don't know yourself. I know a few things about him. I can say, okay, these are one or two things he's going to bring that we don't have right now. But I know you've really done some work on Zubimendi. What package is Arsenal buying in that player?
Martin Zubimendi is a specialist number 6. Specialist number 6. The person I can compare his game to is Rodri of Manchester City.
Okay.
Right? His game is very similar to Rodri's. Only difference is that Rodri is a bit more physical.
More physical.
Yes. And Rodri also takes a lot of shots from outside the 18-yard box, which gets him to score. So Rodri is such a good footballer that he's super efficient. Whenever there's a chance to shoot, he takes it. And most times he's very successful with his shooting. He's able to score goals. Yeah. Zubimendi, on the other hand, tends to pass a bit more than shoot in those kind of areas where Rodri ends up scoring. So, but I know that he's such a smart player that those kind of guys always have room for improvement. You will always see them improve from team to team, from game to game. You see, earlier today I was thinking, why we were discussing about Manchester City and how dangerous they may be or may not be next season. What came to my mind was, in the time past, before Arsenal grew to where they are presently, Zubimendi would have had no chance going to Arsenal. He would have ended up at Manchester City. Right. Let's take it 3-4 years ago, right? So I think it's testament to the way Arsenal have grown and the way that they have gotten to a state where they can attract such levels of players. He's already, as you can see, he's the first choice replacement for Rodri since he got injured for Spain. He's been starting and finishing games for Spain since Rodri got injured. So that will tell you the kind of player he is. So he's a continuity player, able to move with his back to the opponent's half, pick the ball on the half turn around, keep it simple, keep it moving, keep it taking over, tireless, efficient, smart, doesn't turn the ball over. However, you see, some people have seen, you may have seen one of his games for Sociedad, Real Sociedad, even his performance
Even
against
the national
United.
team.
Yeah. So, some people said, oh, he has nothing to write home about when they watched him against United and all that. I can see, it's easy to say, oh, this guy really is nothing special.
One-off game.
And yes, not just one-off game. I think it lies more in the simplicity of his game.
Yes.
There are people, if not for Thomas Partey's unique style. Partey is naturally stylish with the way he plays. Yeah, but he's a continuity player. But it's easy to catch the eye because of his body and the way he carries his body and the way he moves with the ball and all that. So yeah, Zubimendi, I think, will be a leader on the pitch, definitely, for us. Be able to move the ball forward, be able to really allow Declan Rice go up there, make the difference. And, retaining Thomas Partey and buying him, I think, would be a masterstroke. It will help the club so much.
Yeah, so I don't know if Zubimendi, what's your take on getting him?
I mean, I haven't really had the chance to watch Sociedad, so I don't know much about his game or how he plays. But I do know that, logistically speaking, we have Thomas Partey, who's on his who we're trying to negotiate another year of contract on. And then we have Jorginho, who's already been confirmed that he's going to be leaving. So we need a midfielder that's kind of like Jorginho, who's able to ping balls into maybe the likes of Saka, Martinelli, or Gyökeres, or make those line-breaking passes. Because although Rice can do that, it's not really part of his game. It's not something he does consistently. Whereas I've heard and I've seen a few games, but not consistently, of Zubimendi being able to do that, give line-breaking passes and stuff like that. So that's definitely something that comes to mind when I hear about the Zubimendi deal. And it's also a good deal.
Yeah, I think Zubimendi, a few things I've said. I mean, technically, of course, Spanish midfielder is technically strong, in that department. And obviously, in the national team, like Ogun mentioned, he's the player that substitutes Rodri anytime he's not playing or he doesn't start the game or he's going to take it out of the game. The natural replacement for him has always been Zubimendi. So obviously, it's going to, for you to be in that place for the Spain national team that won the Euros. That tells you how good you are. And I also think that it probably will also help. Sometimes I think I play Jorginho a little bit further. He also can, with what he has, what I think I know he has, he probably can also give a run for or play in place of Odegaard sometimes. With him and Partey can play together with Rice and give you a very solid midfielder, in case of, big games like that. So like I cannot mention right there, Jorginho leaving to need to replace him, and Partey. We are lucky this season with all the injuries that Arsenal has had. Of all people, Partey never had an injury playing through the season. Somebody mentioned today that we are due for one of those is 2-3 months injuries. Who knows? So with Zubimendi, there's an insurance right there that if anything happens to Partey, you have somebody that's a natural replacement for him, not just bringing Declan Rice from left 8 to come and play 6 that he can do, but we know that that's not where we really need him in the team. So it's going to be a very good add-on for Arsenal. And like you always use that one. You just used it a few minutes ago. Specialist number 6. Those players are not. There are not enough of them out there in the market right now. That's what Real Madrid is suffering right now. Since Cruz left and Modric. His powers are no longer as he used to be. They have Tchouaméni with all the power, with all the energy, technical ability, but that's understanding of that position. Madrid have been suffering from, but that's the base of your transition. That's the base of your bringing the ball up from defense to attack for any team. So any team that is a possession-based team, you need that kind of player in the heart of your midfield. And I believe that Zubimendi will be a good one. And the good thing is that Real Madrid went, and he said he already gave his word to Ateta for rumors that we heard. I think City went as well. Liverpool have been on his case for two seasons. And he said no, that he wants to go to Arsenal. This supports what you said about where Arsenal is right now, especially with Ateta and the team as a whole. So yeah, these two players will be solid add-ons for us now going into the season.